Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be on part three. Yeah, I think part three or part four. No, it got to be part three because I'm going to be breaking up my spending accounts versus my sinking funds and savings. So today we're going to just be budgeting out my spending accounts. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. My name is Janelle. I'm a wife and a mother of one, and on here I do all things cashless budgeting. Just a quick synopsis: I am now personally debt free, so I don't really share anything that has to do with like my personal budget to some extent. Now it's just focusing on our household budget. Starting around September 2023, we really started, me and my husband, focusing on putting a set amount of money into our household account and then living off of that specific amount of money. And this is the money that we budget and pay all of our bills and focus on meeting all of our financial goals with that money. This is not all of the money that we make, but this is the money that we are trying to live off of and work within. And so we are not living outside of our means. And so this is going to be our 2025 annual budget setup. If you guys haven't already seen the other series, I'll have them linked in the description box below so you guys can catch up with all of the other stuff that has happened. I am drinking some coffee, so if you hear some pauses or me sipping on something, that is my coffee, okay? So for my spending accounts, this is all of my cashless spending. We have a bank with Ally. I truly love them. I've been using them for over 2 years now. They have our buckets where our sinking funds and savings reside, and then they have their checking account. Their checking account also allows you to set it up like cash envelopes, but digitally. So it's just still one checking account, but you can make envelopes within and spend out of those different categories. It does let you pick like targets for where you want the money to come out. So if you had coffee as a cashless envelope, you could have it so that every time you swiped at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or Dutch Bros or something like that, that money would specifically come out of that cashless envelope. So I really, really do love Ally. If you guys are interested, I do have a link below. I always keep the link there. Sometimes they offer like a refer a friend deal. Sometimes they don't. I do believe maybe potentially when you see this video they are, but truly, truly love them. They are an online bank. Customer service is really good. And yeah, I haven't had any issues. The only thing that I keep running into, and I need to make a mental note now that I'm talking to you guys about it, is I need to set up a PIN code because some places don't let you use your debit card as credit. And as I'm doing this video, like I went to Target to use the card and I don't have a PIN. And so therefore couldn't use the card and then ended up having to use my credit card. And right now I'm in a weird space where I just want to use the cash and not have to worry about paying back cards all the time. So yeah, so I'm writing that down. So that I remember. Okay, y'all. So, about all of that now, let's get into these numbers here. So, they're going to be interesting because I have to really be like particular on how I plan on like budgeting out all of these numbers based on the months and what I expect to go on. So this may be a little bit of a longer video, but more detailed just so y'all can see my thought process and how I'm trying to make sure that I am budgeting for success. All right, so the first one that we're going to work on first is going to be baby girl. So for baby girl, this is all things like that baby girl needs. So it's more so like, if she needs some like clothes or shoes, or she needs like diapers or wipes or anything that's kind of specific to her that like we potentially couldn't use. I'm not even going to necessarily say body wash unless I'm doing like a whole little haul for her and all of that's already in her haul, then that will come out. But pretty much it's just like all things like her. And so for January, because we have an extra paycheck, I have budgeted out that I'm going to do $50 in January. Although now that I'm like sitting down and talking to y'all about this, I may want to do, I'm gonna have to play with these numbers. I may want to do $100 because I know in January I will need to do a re-up potentially on diapers. She is like fully potty trained, but she still does nighttime diapers at night. And then we keep a box of diapers for like emergencies. And most times, y'all, these diapers are like $40 a box. And I try to do them when they're on sale so I can get gift cards to put towards the next purchase. So I think $100 would be good. And then if anything else that she needs to start off the new year. So we're going to do $100 there. And then going forward, I think that if I do $25, that doesn't sound like a whole lot. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 25. And I can still do some like savings challenges and things like that to add extra monies. But their extra monies will go into our spending accounts whenever there's an extra paycheck. And, you know, each month will be different depending on how much money I like add additional monies. So sorry about that, y'all. So in May is when there is additional money, and we'll actually do 75 in here. And then here we'll do 25. Oops, writing it too much, 25. And then 25. August, we will do, I'm going to do 100 because that's back to school. And this is just for, oh, well, okay. In case I miss anything, but I do save for back to school. So we should be good there. And then we'll do 25. And October will be another big month. We'll do 75 because this allows me to have some extra money to buy her a Halloween costume if I decide to take it out of her checking. And then 25 and 25. So let's add 25. Okay, hopefully this doesn't become a thing. I'm not sure why it keeps like zooming out, but let's get through this. So now our next spending account is going to be eating out. We are going to try to avoid like eating out because we really should not be eating out really. But because we have an extra check in January, we'll put $50 in there to start off the year. And then after that, I'm only going to be putting $5 into here, you guys, because we don't really need it. I take baby girl, normally I go every Friday, but we don't have to do every Friday, and like do something at like McDonald's. She likes French fries and apples, y'all. And then each month that we have a extra check, I am just going to put $25 in there. And that can do, like if me and my husband got like wings or something like that. Then October though, I think I'm gonna do 50 in October because it gets a little crazy. Oh, I forgot to add one here for baby girl, so that should be 25 as well. And then we'll do 5 and we'll do 5 here. Oops, no, just 5. Okay, so I'm not even sure why it's doing that, y'all, for me to even fix it. So for baby girl, her account's gonna get $550 for the year. And then for eating out, we'll get 185. And I think that's why this is like moving so slow though. Let's see what we can get through, y'all. I'm so sorry if this video gets like super choppy and stuff. Now we're gonna move on to groceries. For the beginning of the year, you know, we all like to bulk shop and get all the good stuff. So I'm gonna be doing 600 for February. I'm always just gonna be budgeting 500. I think that is a good median ground for our groceries. And then whenever there's an extra check, we will do 600 just so we can get additional stock up items or anything that I don't normally buy but would like to do something different. Okay, so I wasn't sure what was going on, so I went in and put all of the numbers in, and then I'm just gonna come back in here and quickly walk y'all through it before it may potentially go back out again. Restarted my iPad and everything, so I'm not really sure. So we left off at like eating out. I know we finished that, and then we had got into groceries. So I had $600 for groceries in January, $500 up until May when we did another 600, and then 500 again, and then in August we did 600. September and October got 500, and then just seeing how the holidays went to add an extra $50 for November and December for groceries, just so that I had extra money once again to buy a little bit of those extra things that I may need. I do already plan for these things in like our entertainment sinking funds, but still more stuff comes up. I tend to also overspend in those 2 months as well too, just because I be doing the most, y'all. So yes. Now, next thing is going to be household. Household just consists of everything that needs to be bought for the house, whether or well, it could depend, but more so like personal things like body wash, lotion, or like household things like toilet paper, paper towel. It also covers our lawn care as well too, and things like that. So just anything that we may need to do for that, that comes out of household. Same setup, you guys. Normally it's $155, and then $175 on the months that I actually have an extra check coming in. And then lastly, and this is shout out to Stephanie with a budget with Stephanie, or a budget of 5 with Stephanie. But shout out to her because I was watching her 2025 like category budget setup, and she talked about how she made sure she had enough categories in her budget, and that she didn't do unbudgeted items because she took whatever she got and it fit into one of those categories, and then it helped her better understand how much money she was truly using in those accounts. And I appreciate that because it really did make me think a lot more about my 2025 budget and what I wanted to do with my spending account. And so I did make some corrections before I showed y'all this, but that's what my spending account is going to be. My spending account is going to be for all of the miscellaneous things plus all of the spending that we're supposed to do, so that I don't do budget anymore. I'm practicing it in December, y'all, but for sure in January, after I fine tune it, making sure that whatever I spend fits into a category, and that's just like where it goes. And if I'm overspending in that category, then that money will come from somewhere else. But to make sure that I'm putting it in those categories. So for then 2026, I truly know like what we do in a year and why we spend, you know, monies in one area over another area, and what time of the year that normally happens as well. So for spending for January, we're going to start off with $100, and then on the regular months we'll do 75, which I think should be good because I am trying to tame our spending and only spend with my debit card and not my credit card. So can only really spend what I have money for. And then, whoops. Oh, now that I'm looking at it, I need to fix this because This should be $100 for May because that is an extra check. And hopefully this does not like clock out, y'all, because I don't want that right now. But that is $100 there. And then we'll have 75 again. And then in August, I'll need to change that to 100 for spending because there's an extra check there. Y'all, I'm trying to be so careful. I don't even know how you do that, but I'm just hoping and praying it does not clock out. $100, and then I think that's it. Yeah. So that is what our spending accounts look like, you guys. And just to kind of go through it with y'all again. So for baby girl, we are planning $550 to spend for the year, $190 in eating out, $6,400. Okay, we're back. But yeah, $6,400 to groceries, $1,940 towards our household expenditure, and then spending is getting $1,000. And this is just budgeted money. I can add more based off of savings challenges or extra money that we receive, but this is just what I am budgeting for you guys. So as you will see here, at the top where it has remaining, if it has already updated, this is the remaining amount of money we will have to put towards our sinking fund, savings, and investments. And so stay tuned for that, you guys. Hopefully this Google Sheet will stop going out and we'll be able to do our sinking funds and savings together. But this is just where you are, where I am, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.